Good morning.
Nice to meet you, Andrew.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
I know people are wondering where we are and what is going on. This is a CTAC in Washington State, USA. I'm with my friend and my brother, Abdi Nasir.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We met in a few events and I loved what this guy is doing. He is doing wonderful. This wonderful person is just changing lives and impacting lives positively right here in Washington State. Tell us about yourself and this great African the African community housing development.
Well, my name is Abdi Nasir again, from the northern part of the country in Kenya, but I've been living here for many years.
Yes.
African community housing and development was formed by well-dedicated African women who came from Somalia and who called USA their home for many years.
Yes.
So this is a very strong organization that caters and helps the African diaspora communities in Washington. So different issues when it comes to housing, when it comes to other social services, when it comes to dealing with what you call high rate unemployment, addressing substance abuse, drugs, juvenile detentions, call it all the social needs of the community. This is one stop for it.
That is very good. And all these are issues that are affecting the immigrant population, yeah?
Yes, definitely. It affects them a lot. And I think this is the place they call it home. Culturally tailored program that helps the community. We have different employees who speak different languages, and we help the community in any way, whichever way we can. Having that conversation of environmental health impact in the community, because it's something that they don't address it that much, especially in the African diaspora. Talking about issues about safety transport, talking about healthy environment, like if they have good parks for their kids, if they have places they can play freely and without any harm, if their houses are clean, if the environment is clean. Places that close to the airport usually experience a lot of noise pollution, a lot of other toxics, carbon footprint because of the air traffic.
Yes.
So we have been addressing those issues. Some of the African immigrant children who are close to the airport usually develop asthmas and other allergies, and that is something that we said it is very important to address.
How are you helping them?
Well, we collect the data, the issues, and how the health inequalities usually impacts the community, and we send the feedback and data to the state, where the data is crunched and then policy is made out of that.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
Many of us, the migrants, kind of tend to sit back.
Well, I'm glad that you say that. The recent community cafes or community workshop we have been doing, that usually targeted the Kenyan community in the diaspora, especially in Washington, was meant to address their lack of involvement in community issues. Because as you have seen, the Kenyan communities, most of them who do like 2 jobs, 3 jobs, have little time for their family issues. And I said in the meeting last time that when someone passed away or we have a funeral, that is the only times the Kenyan community and the diasporas usually come together. Recently, a few months ago, there is a gentleman from Kenya who committed suicide because of depression, anxieties, other mental health. and those things are not addressed in the Kenyan community.
Yeah.
So it has becoming a lot recently. Like the number of people who committed suicide in this area, especially from the Kenyan community, are a lot. So I say to myself, like we need to help this community. We need to give them the right, counseling. If there's other underlying factors that other community is facing, just also deal with it. If there is a lot of number of the Kenyan community who cannot get job because of their papers, see them how we can get for them a pro bono lawyers, help them see their issues. There's a lot of new wave of Kenyan immigrant in King County area, and see how we can address their issues, because Seattle, especially in Washington, is very expensive.
Yeah.
And the cost of rent is also very expensive.
Yeah.
So we said, how can we help them if there is housing issues? How we can help them house the community and find out whatever help they need.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I know there's so much that we can be able to talk about, but Abdul Nasir is assisting the immigrant community and the African community housing and development. Yeah?
Yes.
And it is important to understand that there are so much resources, but you cannot be able to pull these resources together if at all you are just an individual. You may not be able to knock the office of the Senate or the office of the administrative offices, the governors, the cities. You may not be able to go there as an individual, but you can go there as a community organization.
Yes.
And I know we have the issue of homelessness. So many Kenyans who came in here either to study or to visit or to come and work or to stay with families, but they end up in the streets. There are quite a number. And because of the stigma and the trauma that comes with being homeless, they end up remaining silent. They don't want people to know about it. The issue of alcoholism and drug addiction, the issue of domestic violence, it is coming up. Then the issue of the cultural shock. You come in here with your children and then they get into culture shock. You may not be able to do anything. So we end up having family fights and broken families, broken marriages, children who are being brought up by parents who are absent. They get into a total mess. What do we do? What about the issue of you don't have papers, you came in here, you are an asylee, you are a refugee, you don't know what to do. Then there is the fear and lack of information. I wish in the trumpet of hope, I would wish to be among the people who is giving information, education, and empowering the community through bringing such guys. Now, tell me, you are there, you know of a person who has
asthma.
Yeah, tell me about the asthma program.
Yeah, well, we have an asthma program that there's one of my colleagues who's working in that program, and we can give them that like air purifiers for free. We give them like free mattress covers.
Yes,
we give them cleaning detergents that are not cannot cause allergies or asthma. So we have a lot of resources for those communities who have asthma and allergies, and we are ready to help them.
What about the people who come in through seeking asylum, and sometimes some of them suffer?
Sometimes people come here for asylum and they don't apply, they offer stay with their visas, or maybe it is actually a problem. And I've seen that a lot of Kenyan communities who don't have the documents, well-educated community members who cannot get a job because they don't have the right papers to get a job. So basically, if you have what it takes to apply for asylum or any other thing, we will walk you and help you how to get your documents, maybe connect you with lawyers to apply for an asylum if that's what you have been looking for, and also help you at least pay certain amount of the legal fees, or maybe connect you with a pro bono lawyers that give you representation in the court for you and files for your asylum papers. So it happens, but again, to get a winnable case, you must put together a case that will give you an asylum. If you can qualify for those certain sections, then you'll get your asylum. There's what's called credible fear. If you meet the credible fear guidelines and all those elements it contains, it is easy for you to get an asylum. But again, it's a case by case, individual by individual, and we will sit with the person and see where we can help.
Thank you so much.
And also, on the other thing is, I wanted you to address in the community and in the churches is like the high depression, alcoholism in the community, especially in the diaspora, something that we need to address and help as much as we can. I'm glad that you invited me to your place last week, and I've seen how the Kenyan community are struggling when it comes to depression and mental health issues. So there's a free counseling which we can offer at in the Kenyan community spaces, and we are ready to help with that. Also, next month on 24th to 27th, those who needs free health care, there's a clinic in downtown Seattle and by the King County. So if you need a vision checkup, if you need dental, if you need other health checkups, we do it for free together with King County. And I will share with you one of the flyers.
I'll put the flyer here.
I'll be glad for you to share with the community and come there. No papers is asked, no income is asked. You just go there, write your name, and get the service you need.
Talk about homelessness.
Well, the homelessness is a crisis in the whole country, especially in Washington. As I've said earlier, it is very expensive place, very expensive. I think it's the third or the second most expensive place to live in the U.S. So there are a lot of people who are homeless, and we can connect them with housing, put them in a rebuild housing, emergency shelters, or like other spaces. I think it is a crisis that most of the community are undergoing, but there is always a way that we can help.
No, wow, wonderful. I don't know the issue of and I know you mentioned this during the forums, the issue of health insurance.
Yes.
It's a big issue.
Yes. Well, if someone is not working or they have no enough income to help them with health insurance, then there's a way that we can help with them to get an health insurance.
Beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
So how would they reach you? I know I will put the QR code for this great organization.
Yes.
But it would be good for Abdul Nasir to...
Well, I'll share with you my contacts and the email of the organization where they can reach me. And all hands on deck. Let's help each other.
That is very good. Community. Thank you so much. This is Abdul Nasir. He grew up in Kenya. He was born in Kenya, grew up in Kenya.
And here I am. And when we do things together and leave those small political and tribal names back there at home, but here in Washington, we're all one. It doesn't matter whether you are from the mountain
or from the lake
or the lake or you're from the northern part of it. We are all in the pot and we are helping each other.
So the Somali community here in Washington are so united. For some reason, we see it from afar. I don't know whether that is what they say.
The businesses.
But we see the businesses. They have the Mall of Africa, the Juba restaurant, and others. I know there's so much that we can do when we are united, true?
Yes, there's always a learning curve. And we are ready to help the community and other Kenyans, immigrant, and other African immigrant to see the positive part of working together as an Africa.
Thank you so much. Our young people are here and they are now the second generation of immigrants.
Yes.
And some of them know the US more than they know Murima or they know Kenya.
Yes.
Wanajua hapa. wengine wao wamesomea hapa,
Yes.
wamezaliwa hapa, wengine now they are getting to the age of buying houses, working class, and even getting into the positions of leadership.
Yes.
And our mindset must get off that stereotypical mindset of Mrima, sijui wapi, sijui wapi, sijui wapi. These children want to own a piece of this land.
Yes.
And some of them are born here. They will be the Barack Obamas of the next generation. True.
Andrew, I'm glad that you're here and you're asking all this. And I'm sure you are a very important person in the community. And I would like to see you doing more of this and engaging the community and, have those conversations, have those courageous conversations. People should get out of their comfort zones.
Yep.
And that is very important. Yeah, talk to the people, let them come to the organizations, see where we can help. And yeah.
Now, African Community Housing and Development, ACHD, they are based right here in SITAC. You can be able to visit them at 16256 Military Road, South Suite 206. You get in there, that is SITAC, Washington, 16256 Military Road, South Suite. It's just right near the airport, right here. And you'll be able to meet with the great people here. And there are many, oh God, the offices are huge. They have so many people working in different programs. Is it housing? Is it health? Is it homelessness? Is it jobs? Is it health issues? All this, they are here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah?
Thank you, Andrew.